Hey guys, Analog Man here for another late night deck profile, and as you can see from the title, we are doing a deck profile finally on Gaiomon. I've been actually messing around with this deck for a while. I've been trying to tech it into other stuff like wargreymon X, as you saw from my previous deck profile, but I never really found an actual way for the deck to run properly. I tried the black variant, and it didn't really work that well, so I ended up just kind of making a red version of it, and honestly, like of all the versions I've tested, it's probably worked the best. So I'm here to show you how busted this deck is, and the fact that I managed to get second place at my locals today. I only lost out to Alphamon. It wasn't that the deck was stronger. It was mainly just down to what we had. I actually had to go into an Omni X and I could only block like two attacks. I couldn't block three. If I could have blocked three, I would have had game, but I did not. So I just couldn't save it there. But I did get second place, beating through. Actually, my first matchup was wargreymon X. Honestly, the only reason I lost is because my opponent bricked game two, and halfway through game one, it was just really bad. And then game two against Yellow Hybrid, I almost lost, but luckily, I figured out a way to just kind of like poke through, and of course, having a delicate plan also helps. So I basically just kind of chilled and raising for a bit, and then I swung for like five checks and an extra one on board that he didn't kill yet with Edens or Wyverns, so that kind of got me the game. And then round three was against Alphamon, and Alphamon was really tough. It was back and forth. He got game one, I got game two, and then game three it came down to the wire. Like we were both almost about to like almost deck out at that point because we had drawn so much. And I had killed like three of his Alphamon stacks, so it was already pretty close. But yeah, let's actually get into deck profile so I can show you how it actually runs. So yeah, first we run the 4 Koromon. This guy is still really good as a red source, really powerful. The fact that because Gaiomon counts as a Greymon, he will get that 1000 boost, so you can punch over a lot of things. Really cool. But yeah, that's the eggs. Then for level 3s, we run 4 Agumon Searchers. This deck is very similar to my Wargreymon X, except it has a focus on black. You'll see the cards once I bring them out. But yeah, Agumon, really cool searcher, searches Greymon and Omnimon stuff, so basically your entire deck, so really solid. Then we run 4 of the Agumon from the Gaiomon structure deck. I do not have the promo ones that give plus 2000, so I kind of have to use these, but they're still pretty effective, so I like using them. Then we run, of course, 4 Agumon X, because Agumon X evolves on any of these for 0 cost and helps you search again. So if you evolve it on top of this, you get 2 searches. So you're searching 6 cards and grabbing 2 cards in the process. Really solid. And then for the last rookie, we run 1 Black Agumon. I've been testing this, and I mean, I like it, but sometimes it kind of whiffs, but it's still pretty decent. It's just an extra searcher, so you basically are running about 9 searchers, which is really solid. I really like this so far. I might switch this out for Alterius mode, but I feel like having an extra rookie sometimes can come in clutch because you can evolve here and then evolve a black Greymon basically on top of it, so it's not too bad. But yeah, that's all the rookies. We run 9 rookies exactly, really solid. Always seeing them. Luckily, so far I haven't really bricked with this build, so I'm actually really enjoying it. For level 4s, we run 2 of the security Greymons. I only have 2. If I had more, I would run them, but 2 actually, it's not too bad. You don't really need the security plus as much, but it does help, so you still run it. Then you run 4 Greymon X Antibody. This guy's still really solid. The fact that he can evolve on top of any Greymon and also protect them too is really cool. Then for the Spice, 4 Greymon blockers. I've actually won matches just because I had an extra blocker on board because of him, so really solid, amazing card. I genuinely love him a lot because of the fact that he gives me that blocker, plus he can evolve on a black or a red, so I can basically evolve this on top of a red Agumon, then play this on top of him because it counts any Greymon, and then you have the protection, and he's a blocker, so really powerful. We're only running 10 level 4s, but it's actually enough that you see them often, and your deck searches enough that you'll always hit them no matter what. Then for level 5s, we run the 4 Metal Greymons. Originally, I had this down to like 2 or 3 in my Wargreymon X deck, but I actually really like having 4 of this because this is a really good counter against Alpha, and a lot of decks that think that, oh, I have a guy that's unsuspended, so it can't die. No, this if you have this already in raising and you push it out and then you evolve it into Gaiomon, you swing and kill their unsuspended, and they basically have to rebuild from that point, which is really nice. We run 3 of the wargreymon X's or the metal greymon X's because we like to evolve on top of this to boost it and allow you to basically swing for more checks and security. And then the last level 5 we run to total out at 8 is to run Alterius mode. Alterius mode is just basically an extra one that's just slightly less. But I feel that just having one is fine. You don't want to overindulge on Alterius mode. You can stack 2 on top of each other, but I usually like to put this on top of Metal Gray and then put Wargreymon like that, and then it's usually fine. You don't really need more than just him, honestly, so I keep him at 1, and it's already... He basically does the same thing anyway at this point. So the only difference is that he does give protection, and that's about it. So it's just an extra protection compared to the other stuff. But yeah, we run 8 level 5s. For level 6s, this is where we differentiate from Wargreymon X. We run the 2 Black Wargreymons. Black Wargreymon actually has won me games mainly because of the fact that he pops tamers. So you can pop a tamer and a Digimon on board as long as it equals up to 6 cost, which is really busted because potentially you can wipe their entire tamer lineup, like what I did against my friend Ian, who was playing Alphamon in the final round. I popped his Coda and his Cool Boy, so we only had one Cool Boy left, and I left him at exactly 1 memory, and that basically caused him to kind of like change his strategy slightly, so it was really cool being able to do that. Then we run 3 Gaiomon X because, of course, he is the star of the deck, and the fact that he can evolve on Black Wargreymon for 2. But the best part is the fact that he can Blitz, he gains Security +1, Reboot, and he can de-Digivolve if there's a Black Source, and you usually do have a Black Source underneath, so you can de-Digivolve and kind of ruin their day a little bit, so really cool. But aside from that, he's just really powerful. The fact the combination with the protection with this and the fact that he reboots ensures that your guy, unless they're actually playing Wargreymon X like you, there's literally no way to swing into him. You have to like try and delete him, but then he has protection. So you have this big dude that has already 2 security by himself, but the fact that he also has reboot and he has protection from deletion is really powerful. Like I just love how this works. But yeah, we're running 5 level 6s. Then for the level 7s, we only run 1 Omni. Blitz, and then we run 1 Omni X to evolve on top to basically kind of stall for game. And yeah, that's about it for level 7s. This one is just to blitz for game. This one is to protect yourself and stall if you don't have game yet until next turn. But yeah, the rest is just options and tamers. So for options, we run 4 red memory boosts. I know that some decks usually run only maybe 2 to 3, but with how this deck functions, you can potentially brick really badly to the point where you don't draw what you need. So having 4 memory boosts has it really helps. In my Wargreymon X decks, I also ran 4, and it came in clutch really bad. Like in certain occasions, this actually saved me the game basically. So I highly recommend running 4 because most of the stuff that you're not going to hit is either Agumon or Greymon. That's it. Everything else in your deck you will hit, except also Delicate Plan and the Tamers, but that's fine. But still, having 4 lets you basically kind of unbrick hands. Like if you open a hand with like nothing, no rookies, you basically play this, and then you grab a rookie, and then you start building next turn, and you win. So having 4 is really crucial because you want to be able to just see what you need. Then we run 2 delicate plans because there are still decks that run a lot of options. So having this swing in with this is really powerful, really solid. The fact that it just hard stops security control, it stops Mastamon, it stops Yellow Hybrid from killing you. It's really crucial to have at least 2 copies. So yeah, run 2. Then for Tamers, we run 3 ties because this does set our memory to 3. It gives us an extra security check for in combination with Gaiomon. If you have the full stack, you should be swinging for at least 3 security with him. So really fast and really powerful. Then we run 2 Cool Boys because we of course do run X antibody stuff, so we want to get that extra memory and draw. And then we play 1 Nokia. I may bump this up to 2 because this came in clutch actually against certain decks. I managed to reduce the cost of a lot of my stuff and then just swing in and do more damage than usual. So really solid card. But yeah, this is the lineup for the deck. As I said, I got second place with this, and it's a really solid deck. Honestly, I highly recommend trying this out, especially if you don't have the Wargreymon X's or the BT1. You can get these These Black Greymons are really cheap still. Gaiomon is only like $1 or $2, so he's really cheap. The fact that you can build this deck for probably almost nothing, because a lot of the stuff is commons, and the only hard card to get would be probably this one, because it is worth $13 right now. I pulled it luckily, so really cool. But everything else is actually not too bad of a price. So this deck is semi-budget friendly. It's not fully budget friendly because there are certain cards that do cost a bit, like Omni X, and Omni Blitz is actually $10 at the moment. But aside from that, this deck is really fast, really powerful, can control the board, take care of threats, and reboot and survive a lot of hits too. So really cool. I like how this deck works. But yeah, I just wanted to give out this template because I know that there are some people actually trying to play this deck as well. It is, honestly, I feel that it is a more consistent version of wargreymon X, because you get a little bit more power, and the fact that your guy doesn't just sit there and die to battle because he reboots, I feel is really crucial. And yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought of it. And as I said, it's a template for you to try out and build to your own specifications. But aside from that, I'll see you guys next time. See you later.